Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah if you're new here, and very quickly I'm going to be talking about my 2023 reading goals. I set reading goals for myself every single year, whether or not I broadcast them publicly or not, but this year I am going to make a video talking about all the goals I have in terms of reading for 2023, and by the end of the year we will see if I have accomplished them. So let's just get started. Goal number one is to read 12 nonfiction books. Last year I read 11, and I'd like to read one a month at the very least. I enjoy nonfiction quite a bit, and I just need to dedicate a little bit more time and energy into nonfiction. So one nonfiction a month. Goal number two is to read 10 books with disability representation, 10 books with polyamorous representation, 10 books featuring a trans main character, and 50% of the books that I want to read, I want to be written by Black, Indigenous, and people of color. And last year I was able to accomplish most of these goals, but I want to make a concerted effort, especially with the polyamory and trans representation. I also want to add 10 Indigenous books. Last year I didn't read any Indigenous books until the latter half of the year. I need to dedicate some time reading more Indigenous literature throughout the year. Another goal of mine that I have, which is very vague, is to read more classic sci-fi and fantasy, or at least sci-fi and fantasy that's in the backlist. I spent a lot of time focusing on new releases, which is fun and exciting, but there are some great titles from the last 30-40 years that I think are worth checking out as well. So trying to find a balance between new releases and backlist. I always set my reading goal to be 100. Last year I read 211, so doubled that, but I don't want to put any pressure on myself to read just for the sake of reading and tallying books. So 100 books is kind of my baseline. A couple of general goals: use the library as much as possible. I think 70% of the books I read are from the library, but I want to continue to do that and not over purchase and overspend on books. I want to keep my reading journal updated, as well as publishing at least one video a week. I would love to increase the number of videos I publish a week. However, that is all I'm committing to with my disability and my full-time job that I have. I am still working through making sure every single one of my videos has closed captions. I think I have a backlog of about 7 or 8 videos that still need closed captions, and every video moving forward will have closed captions as well, because I think accessibility is important. I have a general goal to participate in more readathons, book clubs, reading challenges, that sort of thing. And I'm also doing a in-person book club with my sisters. We are reading a book a quarter, and we're going to talk about it. I don't know how that's going to be incorporated into my channel, if it will at all, but I'm excited to explore some titles with my siblings, and we are going to be focusing on short, 300 to 400 page books written by people of color. I have a whole list of series that I need to continue / catch up on, and I don't know if I'll list them all here. I might just put all that in the description down below, so if you're interested to see what series I'm continuing and need to catch up on, you can go down there. The biggest goal that I have for myself is to read all of my physical books that I own, and not just the physical books, but I also have 7 or 8 audiobooks that I own that have been sitting in my account for quite some time, and I just need to focus on finishing the books that I own. I don't own that many books. I believe my purchased TBR is about 30 at this point, but I want to make an effort to read what I physically own already before purchasing more books, if that makes sense. Again, I do use my library a lot, so I tend to prioritize library books because you only have those for a certain amount of time. However, I think it is important to still chip away at what you already have in your collection. Anyway, those are all my goals for 2023. What are some of your reading goals for 2023? I would love to know, and I will see you in a video of mine very soon. Bye.